When I was thinking about what card I should talk about for this current release, which is Sword Art Online Alicization Volume 2, I kind of wanted to talk about the new Kirito combo, but then I thought, that's too normal. That's too normal for this channel. I forgot my glasses. Mother's Rosario is a climax that has been printed a total of 3 times. We're gonna cover all of them in this video. So before I go over the cards, we're going to talk about the naming rules in Weiss Schwarz. So in the game of Weiss Schwarz, you're actually allowed to have a total of 4 cards with the same name in your deck. That is the restriction. The card effects can be different, but the names have to be the same for the restriction to take effect. That's why in the most current case of Mother's Rosario, you can run different variations of the climax, up to 4. Going back to the naming restriction, one big example is Batman Infiltration. Its name is on a level 3 and a level 1. I made this whole video talking about why that was an issue over here, so you could check it out at the top. Just a heads up, it's before I had this microphone and before I had like all these cool lights and stuff. It's rough. It's rough. I've been on YouTube for a while. Alright, back to SAO. As of now, we have all but one Sword Art Online set. The missing one is the 10th anniversary. Side note, here's my tinfoil hat. I think they're gonna give us the set in the 10th anniversary of Sword Art Online in the English market. And here is my totally baseless evidence. The Bang Dream Premium set marked the 4th anniversary of the mobile game in JP. This was not announced in English until the 4th anniversary of the mobile game in the English market. See? That is smart. Again, this is completely baseless and there's no merit because, you guessed it, everybody's favorite thing, licensing issues. Light novel is under a different licensor, that's why. Side note over. Back to the matter at hand, Mother's Rosario. We're gonna start with the first introduction of the card and work our way towards the newest one. The first instance of Mother's Rosario is featured in the Sword Art Online 2 Volume 2 Extra Booster set. In this set, it is a 1k1 gold bar climax. Its corresponding effect belongs to Zekken Yuuki. This states that when this card is played on stage from your hand, this gains 500 depending on how many characters you have, and on attack, you could pay 1, ditch 1. Search your deck for 2 avatar or net characters. Then, this gains a level until the end of your opponent's turn. That is pretty good. You're only going to be at 5k power, but you are going to be running this card, so I guess you'll be fine. The ditch is great because this is going to be in a gold bar deck, so you're going to be covered there. And the plus a level is good in certain matchups. This card was also released in the Sword Art Online re-edit set, which was when this was running around. Good looking out, Bushy Road. Can we get a balance for English? That'd be really nice. Play the clip from Stock Swap Games stream where I was playing him.
Can I read you the flavor text?
Yeah, go ahead.
Asuna, is this the 11 hit combo? Yeah. On attack, 11 hit combo.
Shout out to Stock Swap. Go sub to him. So we got SAO 2 Volume 2, then the re-edit set. The next Sword Art Online set was the movie set, Ordinal Scale. Mother's Rosario is a yellow stock soul, 2-soul climax. The corresponding effect is with Overcoming Fear Asuna. This is on play heal and climax combo. On attack, if you have Mother's Rosario in play, you could ditch 2 cards, mill 11, burn for however many soul triggers milled, and this card gains 3k power until the end of your turn. The effect now is fine. It's not like the best. You're going to be burning for a high amount of damage because this effect is the burn in just all in one. So if you milled, let's say a low number 4, you're gonna burn 4 in one block. Mainly what you're trying to do with this is to snipe out any climaxes that your opponent may have. And just what, huh? Your climax is on a 2-soul, so maybe 4 is a low number. Again, this was a different format when this came out. This was before Data Live and before How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend, or as we call it, the second impact. I mean, this card's fine. You are gaining a stock when you play the climax, but why? I need to ditch 2 cards, not pay a stock. In hindsight, that sucks, but you are going to potentially refresh with 1 card out of your deck, so meh. There is a silver lining in everything. Alright, every time I make one of these videos, there is always the semantic entry. Here's your semantic entry. Mother's Rosario, Asuna, Kirito, and Yuuki states that on play from hand, you could ditch a card, stock heal. Once per turn, when you use an auto effect, this card gains 500 power equal to the amount of anniversary characters you control. And auto, pay 1. Choose an anniversary character and they gain 1k5 power for their turn. This is fine. It is going to go to max 11k5 power with its own effect. What is actually really nice is the pay 1 give 1k5 to a character can be given to itself, so this can go up to 13k, and it also activates the second effect, which is not bad. Toss a climax, 14k power, you're golden. This effect will be fine for an early play, but this is just a beat stick and a stock heal. Not really a good secondary finisher, but if you need to run things over, this is a good card. Also, probably should have mentioned this earlier, this is trait locked. You're not playing this outside the 10th anniversary set. Speaking of that, Bushiroad. I know this isn't able to come over because of the licensing issue with the light novel, different from the anime and all that, but I'm just saying, Hololive is going to sell well. So maybe use some of those funds to, pay off the licensor? Maybe? Also, the art, at least just like the light novel art in general and all the Sword Art Online, I love it. This is phenomenal. Shout out to Abek. Or Boon Boon. Or both? I don't know. It's confusing. The newest set currently is Sword Art Online Alicization Volume 2. Sword Art has a lot of sets. This Mother's Rosario is a 1k1 and a choice when triggered. Unbending Fighting Spirit and Asuna is an on-play heal and climax combo, Memory. On attack, if you have Mother's Rosario in play and together with Memory, Asuna, and Yuuki in your memory, you can pay 2, ditch 2, mill 11, burn 1 for each climax milled. Now that is a combo, a lot better than the previous mill 11 effect. So first of all, the choice. You're gonna be fine. Choice is super solid in gaining resources. Just look at 8 choice slime. This does not mean that you don't have to play your cards right, because the pay 2 ditch 2 is pretty steep, but it is doable. People don't remember this, but Weiss Schwarz is a heavy resource gain. So you mill 11 for each climax hit, you're gonna burn 1. So if you hit 3, you burn 1 3 times, which exact damage that reduces the chances of being cancelled. That's really nice. What is super solid is that you need to have this card over here in your memory. Okay, pretty good. You are running 4, then there is this Yu-Gi-Oh that also has the same effect to a certain extent that you could run. Also, the choice lets you snag things out of your rating room for those sweet, sweet compressions. If you tri-fuel this, have enough hand and stock, that is pretty much gonna be game. Yes, I'm building a deck with this as my top end. So talking a little more about the climax, I have seen a good amount of decks running 2 choices and 2 gold bars. Mainly because the gold bar is guaranteed that you're going to have it in your hand, and also you're not losing hand advantage, and you're also going to be gaining a blind stock from that. And the choice, like I mentioned, it's great to just load up your hand, or if you're short on stock, gain stock. So I'm not sure if Mother's Rosario is the meta play for Sword Art Online Alicization Volume 2, but I have been seeing a lot of people run it, and I have been seeing a lot of people kind of popping off in the combos. I'm going to build it myself, so expect a deck profile eventually. And there we have, up to now, every single Mother's Rosario climax and corresponding climax combo. Thank you all. I'll catch you all later.